So start up, right, and greeting and everything. All right, good. Live, nice. Yes. So pleasant good evening to our social media clients, fans, followers, supporters, whichever category you want to put yourself in. Yours truly, Dr. Batson, as promised this morning, we had a very interesting program. We were live this morning on Sky 99.5. We had a program for like about 2 hours and 40 minutes. That was a pretty long program, but it didn't seem that way. We had a lot of questions coming in, messages via WhatsApp with Dominic and whatnot. So I promised you this evening to have a Q&A session. So this is primarily a question and answer session for all our social media listeners, so I'll try to facilitate as much questions as I can as regards to your health issues, products and services of Batson and Associates. Right, so we intend to go roughly an hour and a half, possibly 2 hours. And of course, we're going to try our best to entertain as much questions as possible. So try your best to keep your questions concise. What did this tell you is the ABC of questions: accuracy, brevity, and clarity, as one of my very good lecturers used to say. So ABC of questioning: accuracy, brevity, we mean in brief, and clear. Right? If you're asking about hypertension, you're asking any issues, about any questions, rather about health issues, try and give me some back information, right? Backstory as regards to maybe your age, your weight, in relation to the question that you're asking. Okay? So with that being said, let's go. We looking, let me say, of course, a pleasant good evening, Miss Kathleen Ishmael in the house. Always a beautiful blessing. Good. Oh, this is actually from previous slide. Okay. New one now. Oh, we're going to get a fresh one now. Yeah, right. Keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates Limited. We are 4 locations. Thus far, we are quick. All right.
I think this is UK, so just give me a second.
Right. So keep in mind our telephone numbers, and those come up on the WhatsApp. Shagona says 222-8261. The Debe office is located on the corner of Ramsonwood Street and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and of course the Triangle Building in Scarborough. Yes. So I see Miss Vanetta Reed. Good night, Dr. Batson, and everyone online. Greetings from the Rainbow City of Anguilla. Okay, Anguilla in the house, man. Miss Nicola Hood. Pleasant good night to you, Miss Jacqueline George. She says, what can I do for sciatica pain, burning and tingling? Okay, so first question. Okay, so sciatica, we know sciatica has to do with the what's the word I want to use, boy? Compression of the lumbar vertebrae. And as a result of that compression, you end up with what is known as sciatica, which is where it actually affects the sciatic nerve, and it usually radiates down the back, the left. So you get a lot of pins and needles, cramping in your cars, burning on their foot, that type of thing. Batson and Associates, in terms of the products that we offer at Batson and Associates, circulation tea is a big thing. One of the services we'll be offering, and this is not to jump the gun too quickly, is for our international clients. We have some little issues as regards to the products that we would normally use, which would be the these products, the liquids. So because those liquids were glass bottles and because of the weight, we were getting some problems. So we actually coming with a solution where we would actually deal with the international clients with lighter products. So things like the Nerve Restore, the Optimizer, Santulan, packaged teas, that type of thing. So we actually have some interesting promotions coming up for our international clients where we would have spoken to the couriers. We have everything in particular order, so it will be very easy for you to get it, right? So that's something to look forward to. So as regards to the sciatica, the tingling, burning, one of the products that are going to help you, the circulation tea would help, the inflammation formula would help. I don't know where you're located, if you are in Trinidad or Tobago, or if you are overseas client. Apart from that too as well, the Nerve Restore is also a product that's going to give you some assistance with that. CMOS is something also could help you in that situation, because we know CMOS helps significantly with building and improving the musculoskeletal system. So that's something that you want to pay very close attention to. Okay, Miss Nicole Vanderpool, says good night, Doc. Storm Clement Superville says good evening. Miss Anne-Marie Barb, good night, everyone. Pauline McKenna, good evening. Dr. Jason Batson. So a lot of persons in the house already. We have Maria Charles Gordon. Good evening to everyone. Sharon Ayres says good evening, Dr. Batson. Keep in mind, we'll try our best, because I'm seeing Facebook, but I wouldn't really see, and I'm also seeing Instagram. Instagram is here, right? And as regards to YouTube, we may just have to, I don't know if you would have to pull up YouTube for me, Shakil.
Oh, yeah. All the questions, I can see everything from here.
From there, okay,
so
good.
I can pull up the questions like this way as well, too.
Okay, yeah. Right. So, good evening. Is the use of sunscreen harmful? That's actually a good question. I would say no, I mean, the thing is with sunscreens, what you need to look at is the SPF, and the quality of the product that you're purchasing. Sunscreen is necessary in a lot of cases, especially if it is, you're going on vacation, you're going to be in the beach plenty, that type of thing. Just make sure your removal of these products are thorough. So, you do a thorough cleansing of your skin, detoxification, have your little detoxification methods. Excuse me. And you shouldn't have any problem with sunscreen. But, do your research as regards to your brands, your SPF, and that type of thing in terms of how much protection you'll be able to get. And you shouldn't really have any problems there. Miss Jacqueline George, she says, you're in Montreal, Canada. Ooh. Okay, well, that's something we could deal with for you. You could always contact us further, and I could also give some additional recommendations. There's a product that we carry with astaxanthin. It's an omega, very good. I use it a lot with persons with pain and discomfort in the spine and that type of thing. Right? Ms. Anne-Marie Bab asked the question, how can you treat a cyst behind the ear? That's an interesting question. A cyst behind the ear. The thing is, cyst or external things like boils and those type of things, usually the coconut oil with the black Jamaican castor oil, your ratio is 1:1, so 1 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, or maybe a half teaspoon to a half teaspoon, because it's behind your ear, so it's a small area. And you basically heat it, not too much to burn you, and you basically apply it there. And eventually the cyst should begin to go down, or it's going to actually make a head and actually burst, and whatever inflammation in there should be able to come out. Okay? Ms. Dawn Charles says, good evening, Dr. Batson and everyone. Nalia Konji, if I'm pronouncing it properly, is Naila. I remember this client, if I'm pronouncing your surname correctly. She says, good night, Dr. Batson. Miss Caroline Morency Blake says, good evening. Okay. So, I will discuss things as I wait for the questions, right? So this morning we had a very interesting discussion where we spoke on the topic of, we spoke on depression, we spoke on anxiety and that type of thing. So let me just highlight, some of the products or star products that we carry at Batson and Associates. Let me answer this question before I go. Shelley George says, I have been waiting for months for circulation tea and I have not received any response from your office to get the product. Okay, Miss George, I do apologize for that, because we had circulation tea up to recently. So, Miss George, I've seen that you have sent us this question. The persons who are normally responsible for checking all these messages going to get your name. What you can do for us, if you can send your number again for me on the 3149975, or if you're comfortable putting it on Facebook, then you can do so, and we'll ensure that when the circulation tea comes, that we call you. Okay, I do apologize for that again. Ms. Dawn Ellis asked the question, good night, Dr. Batson. Glad to see you tonight at 7:11, okay, PM, I would imagine you mean, using and giving your advice. I started with my personal trainer and working out 3 times a week. Okay, great, Miss Ellis. Great. Trying to see if we can get some santulan in the mix there, some of the inflammation formula, and you'll get some serious wonders as regards to what it is you're looking to accomplish. Right? Janice Pascal says, good night, Dr. Batson. Miss Jennifer Valentine You know, one of my very good clients. She says, good evening, Dr. Batson and Associates, and all the beautiful people logged on. Okay, Ms. Glenda Hodges says, good night, Dr. Batson, blessings. Vidya Abdul says, good evening. As a follow-up to this morning's program, what is your view on vitamin B injection as compared to capsules? Great question. The vitamin B12 injection is very good because you keep in mind, and usually when they're giving you a vitamin B12 injection, it has to be injected in the muscular aspect, intramuscular injection. So it is a good thing because it's going to get in the bloodstream quickly. It's going to alleviate your situation very quickly. I think as regards to the aspect of the vitamin itself now, that would be from a maintenance perspective. But if you have a serious problem where you know your energy low, you have certain issues, well then the vitamin B injection is going to be the better bet where that is concerned. As regards to the efficiency and effectiveness of getting it into the system and really correcting your problem very quickly. Okay. Ms. Desiree Villafana asked the question, blessed night, Dr. Batson. I too need circulation tea. My feet is burning. Okay. So Ms. Shelley George, okay, so it's an international client. Okay, so we have to pay very close attention to this. So I'm going to ensure that my office takes up this information. You provided your information there, and we're going to ensure that we have your circulation tea sent for you. Okay, my dear? Right. Ms. Nazreen Mohammed says, good night, Dr. Batson. Ms. Annette Jofi says, good evening. What can I do to relieve stiff and painful knees after working out? Over the weekend, there is no pain. It starts when I exercise. I have been using CMOS every day for months now, so it has helped. Okay, very good. So you would need to get, Ms. Jofi, I don't know if you're in Trinidad or where you're located. That would help me. The inflammation formula is always an excellent product for pain, inflammation. The omega that we have with the astaxanthin, you could always ask about that. Excellent product. Just before I came here, I was having a conversation with my mom, and we were talking about how effective that product works. You know, it's a very, very good product. So inflammation formula, the omega with your astaxanthin, the joint tea as well would also help in that situation. Ms. Roxanne Herbert says, good evening to Dr. Batson and the wonderful staff. Ms. Dawn Ellis says, I have your tea and several products, and I am 71 years old. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Ellis, and I hope that you're getting some great results with the products that you have. Mr. John Raymond John says, good evening, Dr. Batson, to all who's on the live. Clement Superville asked the question, good night, Doc. I am told I have pterygium in my left eye. I'm 55 years old and the doctor advised surgery. Can you assist? Of course. You need to get an eye optics formula and you need to get some IT. Depending on your location, we will be able to send it for you if you're in Trinidad or Tobago where your business fixed. Easy to deal with. But just this morning I was discussing that I don't recommend surgery for pterygiums because of how close they are to the tissue, especially the lens of the eye, and in some cases the white of the eye if they go straight across. You know, so you could get the eye optics formula, and the IT would help with that situation. Yes, Shaki. Okay, well, Ms. Superville is in Shavona. So, okay, good. Yes, I saw that. Thank you. Ms. Shelley Jones says, okay, thank you. Ms. Jocelyn Bryce says, good night to everyone. Miss Caroline Morency Blake says, my dad's friend is 81 years old and has a pacemaker. Oh, okay. He wants to know if he can use Genesis and Nerve Restore and what other products could he use as well. Yes, he can. Having the pacemaker, you can use Nerve Restore, you can use Genesis. In fact, a lot of the products that we carry, even if you have a pacemaker you can use, it would not adversely affect the pacemakers. People with pacemakers need to be concerned about frequency more than nutrition, because you know, if you have a pacemaker, like for example, you're not supposed to go cross-star microwave. You need to be very careful with certain frequency, radio waves, magnetic waves, those type of things. So those people, if they're going through the airport, they have to do a different search as they cannot go through the scanners, right? But you can use products, the Nerve Restore, Genesis, Silver with Mineral Formula. All those products are safe for you to use if you are on a pacemaker. Okay. Miss Geneva Love says, good night, doctor. My name is Alison. I keep getting the flu. Everything past I get. I'm 42 years and have a 21-month-old. Okay. I am sleep deprived and tired most of the time. Haven't been able to get back to the gym consistently over 3 years trying vitamin C, but it's not working. Miss Geneva Love, you need to, I don't know where you're located, but we have stuff for you. We could fix that situation. You're looking at things like your Alkagen water, your silver with your mineral formula, your nerve restore, that's going to give you a lot of help. The omega with the astaxanthin is also very good as well. That's going to help you in that situation. Storm Clement Superville says, can I visit tomorrow without an appointment? Yes, you can. As I said, Shogunas, we are working, Batson and Associates, we are working. My staff has been informed, they have been prepped. Very soon they're going to be on a supplemental regime because half of them don't listen. So they need to make sure that they have proper energy and strength to deal with the level of work that we have to do. Okay? So you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. Keep in mind, if you plan to do our consultation, you do not need to fast, but if you plan on doing the blood analysis, the live and dry blood analysis, which is going to tell us a number of things, the condition of your liver, we're going to look at your biological terrain, condition of your kidneys, your gastrointestinal system, then you need to fast for 2 hours. Okay? Right. Miss Raymond John asked the question, Doc, what do you have for memory loss? Cerebral. Cerebral formula is an excellent product. The cerebral formula, the nerve restore. Keep in mind your water. Now, everybody who asking me question about products, keep in mind that your water is important. So if you could pick up a few bottles of the Alkagen water, 3 bottles is not more than $100, you're going to start to get some excellent results because a lot of y'all are dehydrated and you would not get the maximum benefit from the products. Keep that in mind, right? Okay, Frederica Josephs asks the question, good night, Dr. Batson and Associates. Good information every time. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so very much. Miss Maria Ansola says, good evening, everyone. Dr. Batson and the team, I have a question. Do y'all have delivery? Please and thanks. Yes, we do have delivery, Miss Ansola. Ina Ford asked the question, good night, Doc. What do you suggest for cervical spondylosis? Excellent question. Well, you need to go and see the chiropractor that I normally recommended. CMOS is also going to help you. The inflammation formula is going to help. The silver with the mineral formula, joint T, as well as the nerve restore. That's going to help you for that. When you're dealing with back issues, cervical issues, thoracic issues, lumbar issues, sciatica, those type of things, you have to ensure that you are feeding the musculoskeletal system properly, which will in turn feed the nerves properly. And once those nerves are being fed properly and the body is getting what the body needs, you're going to get some excellent results. So those products again, inflammation formula, Alkagen water, silver with the mineral formula, joint T. It only sounds like plenty, but those products, off the top of my head, you ain't cross $1,000 yet. Just with that. Okay? Ms. Janice Hampton says, good, hello everyone. Alison Tyson says, good night, Doc. Do you now have blood analysis on Saturday at Shogunas? Yes, we do. Excellent question. We do. We have blood analysis. We have all our testing available at all our offices on a regular basis. The only office that we need to correct that with is Tobago, because Tobago is in the process of getting the microscopes and everything when we finish that office. And daily, in terms of resuming opening hours from Monday and Tuesday, daily only opens from Wednesday to Saturday. We are planning to start at the beginning of October, but we run into a little challenge, so we're going to start from November, God's willing. Okay? Miss Jacqueline A. Noel, just now, Shakil, could women over 70 take the women's formula? Of course you can, most certainly. It's going to help with anything like PMS and prevent you from ending up in a PMS situation. The nerve restore is also a good use as well. June Jatan says, night, night, Doc, I am locked on. Yes, Shakil?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. I have anxiety and depression for 20 years. Will nerve restore help? Miss Angela Noel, nerve restore will help, but you're going to have to get a consultation, girl. Try and get a consultation, because if you have anxiety and depression for 20 years, you might need a little more than the nerve restore. We're going to have to put certain things in place. The nerve restore will help you, but to give you the maximum results and benefit that you want, you may have to get a consultation. All right? Good. Where am I? Roxanne. Okay, Jacqueline George asked the question, Doc, what do you think about, and you give me a name there. I'm gonna have to check that product, but I don't think that product is a natural product, most likely, when you're asking me about specific products, I give that advice in private. I have to be careful, because I mean, I don't want to have to end up calling my attorneys. All right? Roxanne Herbert says, when you are on, nutrition and life education begins. Thank you so very much for that. Ms. Annette Tate says, my hands are painful. What is good for that, Jennifer? Okay. The thing is, when you're looking, if your hands painful, most of the time there's circulation problems. You know? So again, circulation tea, inflammation formula could also help in that situation. I don't know where you're located. You might have to give me a little more detail, Miss Annette Tate. My hands are painful. What is good? Painful in terms of what? What are you talking about? By your shoulders, the tip of your fingers. Give me some more information where that is concerned. Ms. Denise Charles says, good evening, Doc. I have an appointment at your St. James office tomorrow. Do I need to fast? If you're doing the blood analysis, the magnetic resonance analysis scan, because I am actually working in St. James tomorrow, then you need to fast for 2 hours. Good? Miss Ina Ford says, thank you so much. Miss Pamela Moses, as usual. Good night, Doc. I see you stick to your word, LOL. Yes, my dear. I always try to. Miss Shelley George says, would be nice if we could do these testings from Canada. You know, we're putting things in place just now that we're going to be able to do a lot of things in different parts of the world. I promise you guys that. Chantel Farrell says, good night, Dr. Batson. Any remedies for migraines? Chantel, migraines, as I was discussing this morning, has more to do than your headache and your head. It has to do with hydration. So I don't know where you're located, but you have to ensure your hydration is important. So if you can get the Alkagen water, that's going to help you. You're going to need to look at your gastrointestinal system. So Santulan, after you properly hydrate, Nerve Restore is also going to help. Silver with mineral formula. And the thing with that silver with mineral formula, that is an excellent product because it actually helps in boosting the immune system naturally. Okay, so that's also a very good use. Forestine Augustine says, good night, Dr. Batson. Shaki, you're showing me your hand just now. Okay, can I take the cerebral and women's formula at the same time? Yes, you can. What you can do, you can use the cerebral with lunch, and you could use the women's formula with breakfast. Okay, Michelle George says, I am waiting, Doc. Waiting, where? Is it what? A question? What? Remind me. Karishma Ram says, good night, Doc. Keep in mind the pension package we have coming as well. Blood sugar testing, live blood analysis, consultation at a special reduced price. Thank you so very much. A pleasant good evening to one of our senior blood microscopists and consultants, Ms. Karishma Ramdan. She just reminded me of our pensioner package that we have coming. So we have a package that we have done for pensioners. You know, so we're trying our best to facilitate people within, reason. So that's something to look forward to. Okay? Miss Karen Charles Garcia says, good night, Doc and team. I am missing my tea. Hope you get your stock this month. Yes, we're getting it this month, and I do apologize for that again, but, we have a lot of challenges as regards to shipping and whatever all over the world, and because our products in such demand, it's not like we're not trying to play catch up, but, the demand is so much. But we're fixing that. So you're going to definitely get your circulation tea, your joint tea, your different teas would be in stock. We're looking at hopefully by the end of this week. So we'll be able to organize that for you. Shelley George says, I am waiting for you to expand. Where did that just go? Karishma, thank you, Dr. Batson, so much. Shelley, oh, okay, good. I saw it came down a little bit. She says, Dr. Batson, I'm waiting for your services to expand to the international community. Yeah, I am so looking forward to that, my dear. Don't worry, we'll be coming soon. Miss Christine Neverson says, good night, Dr. Batson. I have been in remission for the last 13 years, but I'm having some discomfort in my bowel. I would like to come in and see you, but I want to know what kind of vitamins can I use, but I would like to come in and see you. I am from Separia. Okay, and the thing is, I'm working in daily office because I've now adjusted my work schedule. So I will be in daily next Saturday. Next Saturday is what day, boy? Next Saturday is going to be, if today is Sunday and 6, that's going to be what, the 8th? Because today is the 2nd. How much reading day? I was good in maths in school. Yeah, my math's correct, man, son, the 8th. Right, so that's the 8th. So, Ms. Neverson, if you can make your appointment for the 8th, if, that is convenient, you don't necessarily have to do the test. We could do a consultation first, and let me start to help you with that. Because if you have been in remission, whenever we deal with cancer, I'm very particular as regards to dealing with cancer patients. Because the thing is, a lot of times, especially if you did chemotherapy and radiation, and this is not a fright you or scare you, a lot of time cancer comes back somewhere down the road. So it's always good to have some necessary protocol, a vitamin protocol, supplement protocol, dietary recommendations that you keep some level of maintenance to ensure that you don't end up in problems. Okay? Miss Perlin Henry Rajpal says, good night, Dr. Batson. Want to know if you have anything to shrink fibroids. Yes, we do, man. The uterine formula is a product. Enzyme formula is also a product. Women's formula is a product. I'm actually working assiduously right now because I know I have some products that I promised you guys, but we're just waiting for food and drug and certain things to be fixed. I'm actually working on a new cleanse for fibroids as well, because I'm always looking to better our best and try to improve what we already have. Okay? Miss Annette Tate says, I did my consultation, but as a pensioner, I run into a little, financial situation. No problem, but I am trying. So, keep that in mind and we'll work with you accordingly as regards to that, Miss Tate. Okay? Nikisha Holder Marshall says, Doc, good night. Someone who is 1 week post-COVID and have breathing issues in the night, whilst they had COVID, no respiratory issues. What could be causing post-breathing issues at night, waking up feeling like they're stifling? Well, you see the thing, Miss Nikisha Holder Marshall, once you have gotten COVID, my treatment protocol for COVID and post-COVID is completely different to most doctors. In fact, if not most, all doctors. Because I do not play with COVID. I got COVID. And this personal I could share with you all. I'm a person, I don't really get sick often. But COVID was different. It was really, really, really different. And the thing is, there are a number of things that I did during. I didn't stay sick for long, but I ensured that post-COVID, I did a lot of things for my lungs. Because I normally, I go to the gym, I do, significant amounts of cardio. I can improve on my cardio in all honesty, but I don't like to do too much because, I have to be careful the type of cardio because I have a high metabolism, so I tend to lose weight very quickly, right? So, I do more weight training, but with cardio involved in there. And I found that, I was getting a little kind of issue with the lungs. And I, took fast action to correct the situation. So if your pocket allows you, as we're getting teas just now, we're going to get Lungs tea, which is a comfortable product in terms of price, the Alkagen water. And if you can afford the silver with the mineral formula, I strongly suggest you use it. Because let me tell you something. Post-COVID, a lot of time people end up with emphysema. They end up with serious lung problems that could lead, it could actually cause death. So you need to be careful, especially if you say you're getting up in the night and feeling like you're stifling. That's something that you need to pay very close attention to, my dear. Okay? Ms. Michelle Charles Lucas says, good night, Dr. Batson. What do you have for prostate health? We carry a wide variety of products and protocols for prostate. What I can advise you now, whoever the person is, let them get some apple cider vinegar. Once they don't have any aversion, it doesn't bother their stomach and that kind of thing, and start to use 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in 8 ounces of water. Use a straw in the morning and in the night. If their finances could allow them, they could come to Batson and Associates, or they could order it for delivery, get inflammation formula, a silver with mineral formula, and they want to mix that. My office is going to tell you how to mix it and get some prostate tea. And you'll be surprised the type of results they're going to get with that. Okay? Ms. Janice Hampton says, thank you. Michelle Charles Lucas says, okay, right, I covered that. Ms. Janice Pascal says, does the Santulan have an expiry date? I bought a pack last year. Can I still use it? Yes, you can. You can. Santulan usually, and thank you for reminding me with that, because we have some, we're going to have to make some adjustments to some of those things as regards to our labeling, which we have already done. But I think that batch would have been from that time. But the newer ones have it. So you can use it. Okay? This fancy name here, boy, is Jamil Pierre. Says, good evening, Doc. What is your advice for a 37-year-old woman who, with no kids yet, who just had surgery to remove 33 fibroids? Jesus Christ. Whoa. Well, you're going to have to do a lot in the sense that you don't want to have scar tissue. Because if they remove 33 fibroids, I would imagine you still have your womb, right? Which is why you're asking. You may have intentions of having children, right? Based on how I'm interpreting your question. You're going to have to get your diet. First of all, you need to stop eating chicken. That is something you're going to have to stop. Try and see if you can move more to seafood, maybe fish, that type of thing, and be careful where that is concerned. And then we could actually make some recommendation. I don't know how long you removed the fibroid, so you're going to have to ensure that you heal from the surgery properly, and then I can make some recommendations. But definitely, you need to look at your hydration. You need to look at your diet in terms of the chicken. Take that out of the diet. No soy in your diet, so you don't want anything that's going to increase your estrogen levels. Exercise as well, but as I said, I don't know when the surgery was done. How long ago, was the surgery done? Maybe you could provide that information for me. All right. Nikisha Holder says, yes, the person is using those 3 things. Okay. Can I use Santulan without a consultation, Ms. Sharon Bernard? Yes, you can, but keep in mind a few things, Ms. Bernard. Make sure you are hydrated properly. Make sure you have been drinking your body weight divided by 2 ounces for the last month. If you have not been doing that, I strongly suggest you get the Alkagen water once your funds allow you and start drinking the water. And then after that, use the Santulan. Keep in mind as well, if you have low blood counts, do not use Santulan first. Then in that case, you're going to have to get a consultation. All right? Nikisha Hula Marsha said she started this week. Okay, good. So you could, keep in mind and let us know, how you're progressing where that is concerned. Shelly George says, I have been having extreme nerve pains in my arms and hands and using turmeric to help myself and sleeping with a hand brace because I have been waiting for the circulation formula. The pain has been a bit less. Okay, you're waiting for the circulation formula. What circulation formula are you waiting for, Gil? What circulation T? But you could use the inflammation formula for that. You could also use the joint T. You could also use the omega with the astaxanthin in it as well. All right? Okay, so Miss Marva Duncan Cox says, good night, doc. My uncle is sick and diagnosed with scleroderma. Can you help? Please, I am in Grenada. How can he be helped? Yes, I can help with that situation. What we'll have to do a consultation over the phone consultation or online consultation, Zoom, and we would be able to send the products because we do a lot of shipping to Grenada. I have a few clients well in Grenada, so that's something that we could do for you. All right. Jamil Pierre says yes. 3 weeks ago, Shelly George says yes. No, I tried to ensure that I remember the question. So when you all tell me yes, yes. Boom. She also has low blood. All right. This would have been from what question, boy? Just now, y'all. Let me just go up a little bit here. Okay, so when Shaki, with Shaki's assistance, Shaki, do me a favor. The Jamil JN Pierre question, if you could go back and get it for me.
Sure.
Because she says she also has low blood. So I was trying to reference the question, and Shelly George said yes. Okay, I've been in extreme pains. Boom, 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 boom. Circulation formula. Okay, all right. So Shelly George here, yes was as regards, is it that you used the circulation T you're waiting on, the circulation formula? So most likely with circulation T was the answer to that yes. Good evening, doc. What is the advice after the surgery? All right. Who has just had fibroids removed? Right, good, good, good. She said she also has low blood. 7. Whoa. Okay, yeah. So in a case like that, we're gonna have to build up the blood count. So you're gonna have to get the advanced chlorophyll, the inflammation formula. If you could try and get a consultation with us, that would be advisable because that's some serious things that I want to ensure that we deal with you properly. All right? Yes, Shakil.
She also asked, are we doing our consultation via Zoom or what platform should we do the virtual consultation?
We're gonna be using Zoom. Yeah, Zoom. Because that's the better. Most likely we're gonna use Zoom. I'm gonna consult because we had done WhatsApp before. So I will consult with Shakil and our IT people as regards to which one is going to be best for all of us. Because one of the challenges that we had is that when we were dealing with a lot of international clients, because of how you guys work, and you know when you're working in those countries, it's not like us in the Caribbean. So you're going to have to do a lot of your consultations in the evening, which is going to be after 5. So I had already spoken to Ms. Karishma Ramdan and one of our other consultants as regards to organizing that particular situation. All right. Ms. Crystal Kerr says, hi, good night. I did 3 C-sections. Whoa. The last of which I tied off. And from since then, I have been having escalating belly pains, back pains, in which I cannot move at times. My God, spasms in which my left leg gets numb. What can I do to get better? And you see, that's what I was talking about this morning when you break the seal. But Gil, it was no fault of yours. You know, when you're making children, there's according to the old people, a horse of a different color. So, Crystal, you're going to have to get, again, hydration. So I don't know how your funds run in. I don't know which area you're from. The Alkagen water, first bet. Your inflammation formula, definitely going to help you. Your nerve restore is going to help you. I'm talking about nerve restore and I'm frightened because I know by next week we're going to run out of nerve restore. The amount, because we're just waiting for them to send a shipment that we have there. But I know. So those of you, you know, bear with us. If we do run out of the nerve restore, you're going to get very quickly because we already have that product in backup. Or Crystal Kerr is in Tobago. All right, well, yeah, man, we could help you with that situation there, man. You could call Latoya. The telephone number for Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. And Latoya will be able to help you. What I suggest you do, you could get the Gastro Tea, the Alkagen water at least. Do not use Santulan as yet. And, you know, up your water, as I told you. And then you can get the inflammation formula. We can work with you piece by piece there. Okay? Shelly George says circulation tea. Yes, Miss George. Okay, so we're going to have that. Crystal Kerr says Tobago, and then Joe Field said, I'm in Tobago. When the Tobago office moves, I want to come in and see you for a consult. Great, Miss Joe Field. I should have guessed that just with her surname. Right, Miss Jacqueline A. Noel says, Doc, I live in Canada. I am the one with depression and anxiety. Well, listen to me, Miss Jacqueline A. Noel. We have a package that we're putting together for you guys. Easy. As I said, we just fixing the stuff in terms of the consultation. Not the consultation, sorry, but in terms of the shipping, so that it's very easy and not expensive for you guys. That was one of the challenges that we have. So I'm not going to be advising persons to take the liquids that we have in Trinidad. We're going to be organizing drop shipping with a supplier in the US, but those products will have to change because those were glass bottles. So we're actually in the process of making those changes so that we'll be able to facilitate the international market. Okay? Good. I tell you, we're working on all. Don't feel Dr. Batson. Now we're working. There is always a solution to a problem. Sometimes it's just a matter of time. All right? Cathy says Noriega says good night, everyone. You have a fancy name there, boy. Miss Kalia Mackenzie says, what products do you have for itching under the skin? Alkagen water, Santulan. Miss Mackenzie, your water intake. How much water you're drinking? Santulan is going to help you as well because Santulan is a 7-channel detox. It cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Okay? The skin tea as well is a product that we have that could help you as well. Miss Sharon Bernard says, can I do a consult by Zoom? I live in Trinidad, but time is an issue. Yes, Miss Bernard, we can do that to facilitate you because I know time and traffic is an issue. Jesus Christ, yeah, this traffic is. And again, somebody asked me the other day if I have a product for traffic. I ain't get so good yet. All right, so those telephone numbers, again, keep in mind, we have our open clinic days. You can have your blood analysis. Those of you who work during the week and you want to have your blood analysis and your consultation done on a Saturday, we can facilitate you. And that is something, especially at the Shagona's office. Keep in mind, we have our open clinic days. You do not necessarily have to have an appointment. You can walk in. The same applies to the Debe office. We have Mr. Paul Green, who is usually in Debe from a Thursday. So you have blood analysis consultation from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Debe office. In St. James' office, it is every day. And very soon, Tobago's office is going to be every day. Okay? Miss Shelley, what is the process to have a Zoom consultation? So what you can do first, Miss George, the telephone number 314-9975. Again, 314-9975. You can send your information there requesting the Zoom consultation, and we will facilitate you with that consultation. Okay? And Naksha Phillips asks, what causes itching under the skin? Okay, so there's a follow-up to your question. Okay, so I try to understand. itching under your skin, you say, you know. I mean, that songs, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, be rude or anything. I'm just trying to figure out the question you're asking me. So itching, the thing is, once it is, the program I did this morning, we spoke about the integumentary system, right? So your integumentary system is your skin and its appendages, which is your fingernails, your hair, that type of thing, right? If you have itching in any aspect of the skin, it is a problem with lack of, the presence of toxins in the body. Remember, you have 7 channels of elimination: kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. Now, you know, this morning somebody was asking me about a particular cleanse and a particular purge and whatever the case may be. And I am people who know me know I am very brand specific. Very brand specific. Okay, so let me see what she said. She said, Mackenzie is saying, I keep trying the water and the teas, but nothing worked for me. Okay, so you tried the water, okay, for skin, the water and the tea. Well, no, that means that problem is a more deep-seated problem, and the possibility exists if you use the teas and you use the water. Okay, so you say you only drink water. Good. No, but well, then that problem, tell me something. Did you do a consultation with us? Ms. Mackenzie, tell me. Because it means this problem is a deep-seated problem. This problem going further than just skin. It has to be, you have some problem with your intestines, some sort of leaky gut, something not right in that situation. So try to help me to help you. So I'm asking the question, did you do a consultation? So, you know, just give me some backup information and I will get on the case and ensure that I help you. Or you didn't do a consultation. All right. So I think you need a consultation because it means that we need to get more information. Did you do a test with us as regards to the blood analysis and that type of thing? Yes. So Ms. Ramdan took the words out of my mouth. She said, Karishma Ramdan said maybe she should do a blood analysis for us to look at the liver and look at the body more in depth. Okay, Ms. Mackenzie? All right, Jacqueline George says, I live in Canada and really would like to get the nerve restore inflammation formula, eye drop, Santulan, silver, and mineral formula. We could get you the rest, and what I'm in the process of doing is getting some things that, as I said, going to be easier for you guys, where I have an alternative to have it drop shipped to you guys. All right, Miss Jacqueline George. So just send your information to 314-9975. That's 314-9975, and I'm going to facilitate you where that is concerned. Okay? All right, I like this evening, man. All they're working, my man. Oh, we don't have 106 comments.
And 92 viewers.
And 92 viewers. Okay, y'all message some people and tell them to get on the live. Keep in mind to check us out on Facebook. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. Check out our testimonies. Check out as well our product listings that we have there. We have some information on the inflammation formula, the nerve restore, the eye drop. That eye drop is so much more. That product is so well done in terms of how it helps persons with their eyes. A lot of great feedback with that product. Okay. So Kalia Mackenzie says, I am still using products from you all right now. Okay, good. So what I am saying, you said you use the teas and the water in. So okay, so tell me because I wanted to put all your business on Facebook. But what we're trying to understand, if it is just saying that you're using it and it's not working, so is it how long you're using it now? That's the next question. Is it that you're giving it enough time to work? You know, because the thing, when you have toxins in your bloodstream, a lot of the time they're very problematic. Those things take a process and a period of time to go out of the system, especially if you have a history. It could be a number of things, and that's why I'm saying you need to do a consultation and possibly the blood analysis and the scan, because it could even be job related. It could be a work that is actually causing that problem. So it could actually be an occupational issue that you're having. You understand what I'm saying? Ms. Mackenzie, I'm trying my best to help you, to give you the results that you're looking for, my dear. All right, Ms. Cathy Cess Noriega, congratulations and many thanks to you, Dr. Batson, and your team on your follow-up calls being added to your service. Thank you so very much for that. Ms. Jacqueline George says, how to take CMOS? A tablespoon twice a day you can use. You can put it in smoothie as well. Ms. Roxanne Didier, man. Ms. Roxanne Didier. I met Ms. Roxanne personally. Nice lady, you know. She says, good night, doc. I noticed some fine heats on my upper lips. My lip looks a bit swollen. What will you advise? Okay, so I know you would have been using some stuff as regards to the cleansing and detoxifying. So sometimes, a lot of the times, that is what do you call it? Healing crisis. So it simply means once you continue drinking your water and those type of things over a period of time, it should alleviate. It should alleviate. But that is normally the process of removing toxins from the body and that type of thing. All right, Ms. Didier, pleasant good night to you. Miss Jacqueline A. Noel says, a day send you June my blood work, and I am one of, okay. Miss Noel, check what you type there and type it over, because I'm trying to understand what it is you tell me. So just check what it is you typed, all right? Nazreen Mohammed says, I am using your eye drops, doctor. Okay, good, glad to hear that. Roxanne Didier, thanks for the compliment. You're very welcome, my dear. Miss Abigail Edwards says, my toddler has bad allergies. What can I use for that, doctor? You need to get the silver with the mineral formula, and you need to get the resveratrol product, that Genesis, you can get that, and that is also going to help with that situation. Now, I don't know how old the toddler is, so if you could provide an age for me, then I'll be able to sort of narrow in on what I'm recommending, right? Shelley George says, will the eye optics help someone with blurry eyes and who uses reading glasses? Yes, it would. Jamil JNPS says, so doc, I was saying she did the surgery on the 1st of September and has low blood on 7 on average. Or the 1st of September, they did it. Oh, yeah, that's recent. So what that person's going to need, Pierre, is they're going to need some things to help the body heal faster than normal. So you're looking at things like your advanced chlorophyll, your optimizer, what's going to help with that too? Nerve restore, the silver with the mineral formula will also help. All right? Ms. Karishma Ramdan says, Ms. Mackenzie, please message us, yes, on 3149975. I will contact you tomorrow and help you together with Dr. Batson with your issue. Yes, Ms. Ramdan, thank you so very much for that. Right? She says, okay, thanks, I will do. Thank you so much, Ms. Ramdan. Ms. Maureen Tull says, good night, Dr. Batson, and everyone on the live. Okay, Kyle Thomas says, good night, Dr. Batson. Raymond John says, great eye drop. I use it and I have to get another one. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear you got results with that. Kyle Thomas says, happy Sunday evening. Happy Sunday evening to you. Veronica Alfonso says, good night, Dr. Batson. I am from St. Lucia. How can I get the eye drop? Okay, so again, Miss Veronica Alfonso, just send your information to 3149975. What we are doing with the eye drop, we have to do some additional work with the labeling, because the eye drop is so small and the label was very small, so we had some issues with persons when we sent it with customs. So what we have done, we have adjusted that package for international. So once we ship it international, that is going to be adjusted with a larger label and pamphlet inside, so that you wouldn't have any issues with customs in terms of the ingredients and the net weight and that kind of thing. Shaki, remind me about that, right? Ms. Dawn Ellis, says, congratulations, Dr. Batson, your advice on this program has helped a lot of people, and we should all be thankful for your advice and knowledge. Blessings to you. Thank you so very much, Ms. Dawn Ellis. Greatly appreciated. Ms. Jacqueline A. Noel, I did send all my blood work results in June. I am the one who asked. Okay, good. So, Ms. Jacqueline Noel, again, do me a favor. We're going to go through that. The 3149975, so in your case, it will be 868-3149975. Ms. Ramdan, who is listening to the program, we're going to get her. So just send that again, and we're going to ensure. Because one of the things that we have to do, we have so many international clients that what we have to do now is we actually catalog you all, put you all in a whole system. And that system is exclusively for the international clients. Because of how we were doing it and we had so much work to do, it was mixing up with the local clients. So we actually have put it now in a separate, so you're going to have a separate number for WhatsApp and everything, and emails and everything, so that we can actually deal with you from that particular level. I tell you what I'm working for, I'm making sure that when we put things in place, we're going to have y'all top of the line. Okay? Ms. Abigail Edwards said, okay, my twin boys are 3 years old. Okay, good. So 3 years old, you're looking at your silver with your mineral formula. Ms. Edwards, I don't know if you're in Trinidad. But if you are in Trinidad, your silver with your mineral formula, And that resveratrol product, ask them for resveratrol, and that product is going to work for your children. Okay? Miss Rosalind Noel says, good night. I'm viewing from Grenada and I would like to buy the eye optics. I also interested in the detox. Okay, so Miss Noel, again, send that information to 314-9975 and we're going to ensure that we facilitate you. Okay? Miss Kelly Kells says, good night. Been getting stomach pains and discomfort lately. Any advice? Kelly Kells. Okay. If you drink cold water, stop it. You should drink room temperature water. If you should introduce some hot tea into your diet. Check your water intake. Remember, the rule for drinking water is your body weight divided by 2 ounces. We do carry a tea called gastro tea or gastrointestinal tea. Excellent product. So maybe you could look at that as well. All right. Shelley George says, I always enjoy your informative sessions and we appreciate your time and willingness to share your knowledge with us. You're very welcome, my dear. Kyle Thomas says, eye optics. Okay, good. Miss Shelley George says, I tell anyone I know about you and your products. Thank you so very much. Kyle Thomas says, okay, that's great. We feel the love, Dr. Batson. Thank you so much. Jacqueline George says, please put me in the international list, Dr. Batson. Yes, I am from Montreal, Canada. So yes, Miss George, we're going to make sure and put you in the international list. Again, message that number, 1-868-314-9975. I actually had a meeting with my members of my organization just up to Friday. We had a serious meeting as regards to that international clients and international listing. Because we want to ensure that we do follow-ups. But remember, you all abroad, right? And remember, telephone bill and all them kind of thing. Fancy this now. So I don't want that to be charging you all a set of money to be calling you all. So we ensuring that we put in a system in place, WhatsApp and those type of things, so that we're able to facilitate, you guys as best as we can. Okay? Shelley George says you're welcome. Thank you. Miss Jalicia Augusta says, good night, Dr. Batson. Thank you and your staff for reaching out to me after my visit to see how the product is working out for me. I will be back in Trinidad in December and will visit. You're very welcome, Miss Jalicia Augustus. Kelly Kell says the gastrointestinal tea. What are the benefits? Good question. That gastro tea that we have, it helps with gastrointestinal imbalance. So if you have problems with bloating, discomfort, if you're getting a little abdominal pain, especially around your menstrual cycle and that type of thing, that's a product that's going to help you a lot. It also helps with constipation to an extent. So it's a very good product. It actually helps to help your food digest better. And, that is something that very popular tea. We have people who used to be using acid blockers, things like Nexium, Pantecta, or Omeprazole. They came off of those products just by using the gastrointestinal tea. Okay? Maria Ansola asks, what is the number again to place the orders? I need an eye drop and 3 bottles, and I want a pack of Santulan to detoxify. Okay, so Miss Maria Ansola, the number for the delivery is 314. That's 314-9975. Again, 314-9975. Shelley George asked the question, will it help with IBS? What we were saying with IBS, I wonder if this is Shelley George, what you're referring to? Just give me a brief reminder. Yeah, because your response is this thing going up. We are now 141 comments. Like we're going for a record tonight, man. All right, so Shelley George, just tell me what you was making reference to there. I said, will it help? Just remind me, right? Oh, the gastro tea. Yes, it would. It would help with IBS as regards to irritable bowel syndrome products that work really good for that we carry. The gastrointestinal tea is one. The silver with the mineral formula or the pack. Watch me. That is, when coming to gastrointestinal products, that product is work. Sorry, Jackie, let me give you a quick testimony. There was a client I dealt with in Tobago some years ago. A young lady, when I say young, very young, she was 8 years. When her mom came to me, this young lady had stomach pains and cramps for 8 years. You hear how much I say? 8 years. Watch me. When she came to us, that silver with mineral formula was one of the products that I gave her mom to use. In 2 days, that pain went and it never came back. And they are my clients for the past 3 years. It never came back. That silver with mineral formula, take my advice. It works well. Miss Sonia K. John says, love your clean face. Thank you very much. That's Alkagen water, you know. I always tell people I'm healthier now in my early 40s than I was when in my 20s. I'm plenty of you don't believe that when I say it, but I tell you, from my skin, my hair, my energy level, my sleep is excellent. I am a perfect testimony of the products. And let me tell you something, every product I sell, I use, with the exception of the ones that are specifically for women and the ones that like for hypertension and those type of things that would actually lower, you know, blood pressure and all those type of things. Okay? Ms. Sharon Bernard says, do you have a list online of the products and the cost? Ms. Bernard, we are working on that because that is going to be on our website, but we just have our website down because we are putting in all the payment processors and all those type of things. So when we start to take international orders through our website via drop shipping and Amazon and all those things, we will be able to facilitate. So we actually integrating the whole system. Sharon Bernard says, yes, cute. I'll take that. Thank you. Ian Gibson says, my mom has cataract and glaucoma. What will help? Cataract and glaucoma, you're looking at eye optics formula. You're also looking at the MSM. We carry a number of eye drops. We carry the eye optics formula, MSM eye drop, and we also carry the Sincera. Sincera we're waiting on getting because that's a product that we were getting some problems with because of the pandemic. But the office and the suppliers now, everything is up and running. So we should be having that product back in stock. Like by this month, we should get. Okay? Keep in mind our open clinic days. Keep in mind our telephone numbers for the Shogunas office. That number for Shogunas is 222. That's 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Davy is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, 226-4553. So keep in mind, this is a question and answer session. So if you have any question, you know anybody who have some problems, you want to ask the question for them, ask the questions. We in the process and we in the business of helping people get better, right? Doctor, answer my question, please. What question was that? Which question? Which was that? Right, I haven't there when Nazri Mohammed. Doc, I must congratulate you for your information you give to all to look at our health with care and importance. You're very welcome. Ms. Jennifer Valentine, Doc, what do you think about black seed oil and omega-6 and omega-6 and 9? Excellent. I'm a big advocate of black seed oil. Huge advocate. Right now, actually in the process of beginning to supply that in the local market and even the international market. I use it religiously. Most of the time, every day I use it. Ms. Didier, my dear, just remind me what your question was now, please. Yeah, because with the listing going up so fast. So just remind me of that, right? Please, thanks. Kelly Kells says, I believe the gastro tea will help also with acid reflux. Yes, Kelly Kells, you're quite correct. Michelle George says, I had bad acid reflux and since drinking just drinking the alkaline water, it has reduced those systems to the point of almost 0 systems. I used 2 packs of Santulan. The only issue I had was some rashes that broke out of my skin because I was not hydrated enough. Okay, Ms. George, thank you very much for that. Yeah, it does. Yes, black seed oil is great for immunity. It is exceptionally good for immunity. Which means amazing. I actually have used that in treatment protocols for people with cancer, for people with HIV, for people with hepatitis, and watch me, the results are amazing. Ms. Nazreen Mohammed says, Doc, I use black seed oil every morning. Okay, Roxanne Didier, would the woman's formula bring your menstrual cycle for a person that has polycystic ovarian syndrome? Yes, Ms. Didier, it would. However, an individual who has polycystic ovarian syndrome and have a problem with an irregular cycle, they may need more than the woman's formula. I would suggest the Alkagen water. I suggest the woman's formula, as well as there's a product we have called uterine formula, which is a liquid product for uterine health and ovarian health, that is also going to help as well. Okay? Ms. Vidya Abdul asked the question, which eye formula should be used to relieve eye strain? Eye Optics, MSM, or the Sincera? Good question. The Eye Optics formula. Okay? Arlene Gabriel says, good night, my daughter, have problems with constipation since having her 4-year-old. Okay, what could she use? The thing is, when you have problems with constipation, especially chronic constipation, keep in mind that bowel movement is a central nervous system function. So a lot of the times, I would suggest the alkaline water, the santulan. I would also suggest the gastrointestinal tea as well. Shelly George says, I give my children black seed oil when they had COVID and it worked wonders. Yes, yes, excellent, excellent, excellent product. The silver, the mineral formula too, is on my top list of immune building substances or products. Good. Ms. Roxanne Didier says she's using the santulan as well. Okay, good. Excellent. So once she uses the santulan, the alkagen water, the woman's formula, if it's still giving problem, we may just need to clean, the liver and that type of thing. So even the advanced chlorophyll is going to help. So let her use that, and you could always give me some feedback as regards to how she's performing with that, and we could go from there. Okay? Frederica Joseph says, good night, Dr. Batson. When are you getting the mushroom teas? We should have our mushroom teas and mushroom. We're actually going to get a lot of products with mushroom powders and those things. We'll be getting that by the end of October, God's willing. They already sent the samples for us for the packaging and whatnot. We verified everything. So we should have that in our cadre of products, or as I like to call it, our arsenal of products as regard, because this health thing is like literally a war that you're fighting. So you need to always stack the odds in your favor. Okay? The question, Ms. Denise Al says, good night. Do you treat Crohn's? Yes, we do, quite effectively. Right? Ms. Kadeen Vidal says, Doc, what can I use for congestion in the face from sinus? The silver with the mineral formula, the lungs tea. What you should do from your lifestyle perspective, no cold water, and try and reduce the use of milk. If you could remove milk completely from your diet, that's going to help you significantly with that situation. Okay? Okay, Michelle Charles Lucas says, Doc, is the black seed powder as effective as the oil? It is, but the oil is more effective because when they extract, well, the good thing about the powder is that the powder actually has the lignins in it, which makes it more effective than the oil. But either way, win-win situation. Arlene Gabriel says, thanks. Ms. Sherry Barry says, good night, doctor. Do you treat persons with scoliosis and myopathy? Yes, I do. Yes, we do, quite successfully. Ms. Raquel Clarison says, good night. What do you have for endometriosis? Oh, yeah, endometriosis is always a problematic thing. We carry women's formula. I'm working assiduously right now on getting back a hormonal balance woman's tea, because there was one that we used to get and the company stopped making it. So we're working on that. The women's formula, the uterine plus the silver with the mineral formula, those help significantly. Okay, Ms. Roxanne Didier says, okay, will do. Thank you. And also there is a tea you spoke about that doesn't have a name, and I was the first to get it. So I have, do you have in stock yet? We would get, that is actually coming in this set here. So I haven't forgotten you. So as soon as we get that, just remind me, because I have a million things on my mind, right? So you just send the message 331499975, and I will ensure that you get your tea, Ms. Didier. Okay? Ms. Lana John says, Dr. Batson, can I purchase products online? Right now, no, because of what we're doing with our website, but you can actually message us on the 3149975. So in this case, 1-868-3149975 if you're out of Trinidad, and we'll be able to facilitate you. Okay? Good. Someone asked the question as regards to the uterine formula. What does that do? The Uterine Plus is a product that we use for any problems with the uterus. So if you have problems with polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, there was actually a client I had. Let me give you all this testimony quickly. There was a client I had who have had problems with endometriosis. You can have endometriosis in a lot of different parts of your body, not only your womb, right? So this person had endometriosis, and they also had endometriosis of the lungs. So what used to happen to this person is that whenever they get a menstrual cycle, they used to cough up blood. It was really bad. And listen to me, we helped that person. Excellent results, problem gone. So there is help for individuals. You can get help. Kadeen Vidal says, thank you. Shelly Joss says, also, Dr. Batson, I'm steaming my nostrils with a drop of eucalyptus oil and shilling oil for my sinuses and allergies. And it has reduced my use of allergy pills down to almost zero. Yes, excellent information there. Eucalyptus, in fact, oils, I'm a big advocate of that. Frankincense is one of my favorites. That is actually something we're working on starting to get into as well. But, we got to pace ourselves because we can't do everything one time. But, a lot of good results as regards to where that is concerned. So let me give you those telephone numbers. Again, keep in mind our locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We're also on the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. Also Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. The telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. I should be in Tobago by the next week and a half. Debe, I'll be in Debe on the 8th, right? Keep in mind, we have open clinic days in Chaguanas now and Debe on a Saturday and St. James. So you actually have and can have your blood analysis, your magnetic resonance analysis. There is a consultant there, qualified, trained consultant to assist you with your issues. There is help for you there. So don't be waiting and say, Dr. Batson. We have things in place to help you, and we want you to get better. Remember, sickness you're dealing with, We don't want you to be waiting a year for no appointment. You know what could happen in a year? You could die. All kind of things could happen in a year. You get pregnant and make a child in a year, Well, close enough. Yeah, because a child, 9 months to make a baby. You could get a whole child in a year. So you don't want to wait a whole year to get an appointment. That making sense. All right. Miss Jacqueline A. Noel says, what do you suggest for someone 35 years getting a lot of acne? The same person having problems with babies going full terms from Canada. Whoa. So if they have that problem, that means they have some serious underlying issue. Gastrointestinal system, major. Liver, major. So your 7-channel detox. Santulan, kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. We had to work on that. That person has some problem. There was a client I helped with that situation. She used to get pregnant, and she lost all her children, all in the first trimester. She would just spontaneously abort. She had 8 children she lost like that. And when she came to us, I worked with her. I sent her to the chiropractor. He put back her womb in place. We did certain things, and now she has 3 children. So it have help for you. Listen to me. There isn't a problem that you cannot. Well, let me just say that. A lot of the times, there are problems that you can fix. The issue is, a lot of the times, is, as I said this morning, consistency and discipline will carry you further than talent. Always remember that. Always remember that. Okay, so we are live on Facebook. We are Batson & Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson & Associates TT. Right? Erica Calendar says, what would you recommend for gum disease? Gum disease, silver with mineral formula. There's a toothpaste that we also use. I don't stock that product. I keep it on, so I would order it specifically for persons. It's actually something I'm contemplating on bringing because I'm getting a lot of people who have things like, gum situations, different things like that, and they're going to get results. The teas as well, the gastro tea is also very good for that. The alkagen water and the resveratrol product is also good for that. Keep in mind when you're dealing with oral health, especially your gums, if you have amalgams, so those of you who have amalgams and who would have done root canals and those type of things, you need to be very careful. If you can go back to your dentist and take those things out, if you have the old fillings, those things that cause a lot of problems, then that is something that you should pay very, very close attention to. Okay? Someone is asking the question whether, oh, good. Yes, as regards to the fasting, if you are going to the office and you go open clinic day, now we take walk-ins, but what I advise people to do, call the office and said, listen to me, Dr. Batson said you all have walk-ins and I am coming. When is a good time to come? You just tell them that. And anybody, take a name, make sure and take a name. They're supposed to give you the name when they're speaking to them. You take a name, and anybody who tell you that you cannot get an appointment, I will see the validity of what they say. Right? Remember that, please. You know, I'm not trying to tell you to get anybody in trouble, but when we work in, we work in. Right? That's how I operate. Nice. So those contact numbers again for the Shoguna's office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. That office is at the Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Again, 226-4553. So we're coming very close to our time. It is now 8:48. I believe we started at 7:05, right? So we'll be completing or finishing at 9:05. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything you want to find out again, please ask me before I leave. I enjoyed this Sunday thoroughly. I think I have worked and worked and worked. I had a very interesting program this morning, 2.5. We talked for about 2 hours and 40 minutes on the Sky 99.5. Keep in mind, next week, please God, we'll be actually adding a new program to our roster. So Thursday is normally the program day, right? So on Thursday, we usually have our program on 103.1 FM, and that is from 11 to 11:30. Then we also have the Freedom 106.5 FM, which is from 1:15 to 1:45. That is with the lovely, lovely Samantha. And on this Thursday, we are going to start with DJ Mamu. Oh, I started 7:30. What's going on with me? My apologies. Yes, because I know I check in 7:30, 8:30. Yes, sorry about Miss Dawn Ellis. Thanks for that. Yeah, and I'm starting with DJ Mamu. We're going to provide that information for you, Shakil. I'm going to ask Shakil to put up that for me, because DJ Mamu is an online radio station. I have done work with DJ Mamu over the years. He was actually on Akashvani when 106.5 was Akashvani. That's part of Guardian Media, and he now has his own thing. Has a lot of international listeners in Toronto. He has a lot of people in the United States, a lot of people in Canada, different parts of Europe, and so I'm looking forward to that program. And that program is going to be an hour-long program, and it's actually on a Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. Right? So that's going to be added there, right? And of course, we're going to ensure that we try to help as much person as possible. Okay, let me take some of your questions here. This is Gary and Mohammed. Ask the question, how can I get my thyroids checked? Well, if you need to get your thyroids checked, we do the blood analysis, the magnetic resonance analysis, which will give us some idea. If we think the problem is an even more in-depth problem, well, then I'm going to send you to do a thyroid ultrasound, or in some cases, maybe a CT scan of the thyroid, depending on if you have nodules and those type of things. All right? Ms. Rosalind Noel says, if someone is suffering with low blood, can it also affect their skin? Of course, low blood will affect a number of things. Your skin, your energy level, your hair will start to fall out like crazy, right? Ms. Jacqueline Archibald says, what are your thoughts on black seed oil? Ms. Archibald, I'm a huge advocate of black seed oil. You can get it. You're getting a good quality one. Buy it, use it every day. Okay? Shelley Georges asks, can you repeat the radio stations, please? Yes. So on Thursday, I am on 103.1 FM. In fact, I'm going to let Shakil put up something for me. I'm on 103.1 FM on a Thursday from 11 to 11:30. I am also on 106.5 FM, which is Freedom 106.5 FM with the lovely Samantha, or Sammy Joe as they call her. and she is, that program is from 1:15 to 1:45 on a Thursday. And I'm now joining DJ Mamu, which I'm going to get the information for you guys. So we're going to put it up. I'm going to let Shaki post it up for me. I'm going to do it, God's willing, sometime today or maybe tomorrow, please God, with DJ Mamu. And that program is, that is going to be an online radio station. So he's going to give you the specifics. And that is going to be on a Thursday from 2 to 3 o'clock. So Thursday is primarily a lot of program. I also have the Street 9 1.9, which I do on a Saturday morning. I'm actually thinking of changing that because that Saturday morning kind of a little hard for me. That is Street 9 1.9, and that's usually from 6:05 to 6:55. So that's something that we're gonna have to maybe make some adjustment there, that kind of thing, right? And of course, I am on the Sunday morning, which is Sky 99.5, and that is usually a 2-hour program. I always tell persons the first radio program, the first radio station I ever went on, it was 7:30, which is what Sky 99.5 now is. That was the old, that was actually AM radio, right? That's to tell you how long I've been on the radio. That's about over 10 years now, right? Good. Let me run in here quickly. Ms. Jacqueline Noel, thanks for all the advice I sent. Okay, right, good. Yes, so you sent it, so your advice, keep up with the good advice that you are giving. Okay, great. Thanks very much. Jacqueline George says, what can be used for low white blood cells? Silver with mineral formula, the advanced chlorophyll inflammation formula, depending on how your budget running, optimizer. Excellent product. That's a free radical scavenger. Ms. Beverly Charles says, Dr. Batson, so grateful for all your advice and all that you do. Thank you. You're very welcome. Ms. Valerie Hippolyte says, what are some of the causes for cramps in the leg? Good question. And Ms. Brenda Newton says, blessings, doctor. Thank you very much. Cramping in the leg usually has to do with circulation, poor circulation. It also has to do with mineral deficiency. Some of you all have serious problems with magnesium, calcium, potassium. So sometimes that's mineral deficiency. Products that we have that can help that circulation, top of my head. The enzyme formula, that's actually a product. I'm going to actually do a program on that product. Enzyme formula is a very good product that actually cleans cleans out your arteries. People who have things like deep vein thrombosis and that type of thing, varicose veins, that type of thing, it helps a lot with that. Okay? Ms. Janice Pascal asked the question, what is the number for delivery? Ms. Pascal, you can call 314-9975. 314-9975. You can message them there or call, and they will ensure that you get the delivery. Okay? Miss Paula Timkey says, this is the first time here, and I am impressed. Thank you very much. Where did that go? Newton, Pascal, delivery. Hey, wait a minute, that just went. I now start to read Miss Timkey question here, and it just disappeared. Boom, 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 boom. Where am I? Pascal, Jennifer, Valentine. Hey, now where? Shaki, you got to find back that question for me. I'm looking for a question, something from Miss Timkey. She was saying something, but it just went. Right? Newton, Pascal, Jennifer Valentine, thank you so very much, Dr. Batson, for your informative program as always. You're welcome. Michelle Lewis says, I wish I knew about you before COVID when I used to travel to Trinidad every summer. Okay, no problem. Miss Rosalind Noel says, thank you for all the health advice you are providing. I normally listen to you on Sky, now Facebook. I am happy we are born in the best month, October. Thank you so very much. Yeah, Miss Timkey, I'm going to try to find your oh, good. Oh, she said, sorry, I saw it twice and I deleted it. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so you're going to have to bring it back for me because we're not seeing it, eh?
Oh, no, not looking for it.
Yeah, we don't. So Miss Paula Timkey, whatever it is they said, just type it back for me. Because as I was reading it, it just disappeared. All right? But I believe I got it. I think you said it's the first time you tuned into the program and you are impressed. So if that is in fact the case, thank you very much. And I hope that you continue to listen and you know, you can always tell other persons. I try my best to help as much people as I can. All right, she says, sorry, I saw it twice and I deleted it. No problem, Ms. Timke. So so you have found out about us. So I hope you listen. You could check out our testimonies. You could also look at the information that we have as regards to, because all our programs, all our lives can be accessed on Facebook and YouTube, right? So you can go and
Instagram.
Once it is up there, okay? Ms. Diane Bain says, Dr. Batson, good night. Can I use magnesium foot soap? Yes, you can. That is actually an excellent way to get magnesium in the body. Excellent way, actually. Okay? So, guys, as I promised you guys, an hour and a half. So I'm going to keep my word. We have had an excellent program. And, you know, we just, in the ends of rounding, you know, closing up. So I have given you the information as regards to our programs. What Shaquille is going to do for me, yes, Ms. Paula Timke says, I am very impressed and this is my first time. Thank you very much, Ms. Timke. Right?
You won't put up tomorrow all the programs that we are on.
Yes, so the time, so Shaquille is going to put up all of those and he's going to ensure that he lets you know when we are on, the information with DJ Mamu and that kind of thing. Yes.
We also, with our system, we have set up it shows them in advance when we are up as well.
Okay, good. Yeah. Right. So with that system that we have now, once they're following us, you will get notifications long in advance as to when we would have our programs. Okay, so that's something you could actually do, right?
It also shows up on YouTube as well. So
and
we're not on Instagram or Facebook.
Good.
YouTube, everybody on YouTube, right? So
right. So it will show up on your YouTube. It will also show up on your Instagram. Okay, guys? Shelly George says, I had to stop taking magnesium because of the IBS. My system was being irritated. Okay, well, you see the thing with that, and that's what what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to tweak your program. I'm going to have to do a consultation with you as regards to that, Ms. George. You don't worry, I will fix you. After God, you're going to get better. Okay? So with that being said, guys, we bring our program to a very close end. Let me give you the telephone numbers for Chaguanas again, and you could always check on Facebook. We have it there. We are in Chaguanas. Chaguanas is the first floor of Money Talks building in Chaguanas. Keep in mind, if you have a debilitating situation, you may be confined to a wheelchair or something like that, then Chaguanas office is not the office for you. You would have to utilize either St. James office or you would have to utilize the office in Davie. Okay? Chaguanas is the first floor of Money Talks building, Montrose, Chaguanas. That number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Davie is the corner of Ramsonwood Straits and the SS Erie Main Road in Davie. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That number is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. To all the lovely listeners, you know, I'm not going to call everybody name because a lot of y'all, and I don't want to miss anybody and make anybody jealous. So everybody, you know, thank you so very much. Miss Roxanne Herbert says, thanks, all great show. Miss Rosalind Noel says, blessed night, everyone, and thank you again, Dr. Batson. You're all very, 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 very welcome. Okay, so till next week, please God, stay blessed, stay safe. Miss Pamela Moses says, reach home safe, Doc. Thank you so very much. And Mahadi Rajkumar sends a number there for us. So I'm going to let them take that number and we're going to facilitate you tomorrow, please God. Okay, keep in mind we have our open clinic days. We have our Saturdays now where we have all our open clinic days. You can walk in, you can call, you can have your blood analysis done, have your magnetic resonance analysis done, get a thorough check, and let's help you to be healthier. Ms. Grace Williams says, thanks for sharing your knowledge. You're very welcome. Maureen Tull says, blessed night. Roxanne Didier says, good night. Blessed week ahead. Same to all you guys. Remember, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And Honey Bay comes in, the last horse in the race, or second to last horse, or third to last in this case. The only person to get jealous here is me. I hear that. So God bless you guys. Safe. Have a blessed week ahead. Take care.